Hey, we're back. It's more Super Auto Pets. You'll have to forgive me. I just woke up. So we're going to try to do this best of our ability and very little alert and awakeness in this fine morning. I say we buy all three of these, but we buy the otter last to give a buff to someone. Hey, I don't mind it being the fish. We can freeze the honey for later and roll. I like the two ants. I think we can make something work there. We are the bear carrots, bear seeds, bear carrots, bear carrots. Our bear carrots versus the dry swimmers. Hey, that's pretty good. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We came out on top of that one. Earning our first smiley. We love getting smileys. So here's what I think. We're going to shove the fish in the back and purchase an ant. We're going to shove the otter in front and then put an ant before... Yeah, there we go. This way the fish is guaranteed to get a buff. I'd rather this ant give the pig a possibility of the buff, or this ant is just going to give any of those a possibility for a buff. Let's give the honey to the fish, just so we have that on the field. Hey, that's an upgraded ant on our next turn. We can go ahead and freeze the pig as well. Might be able to work towards an upgraded pig. Let's go in. Our bear carrots versus the broken mouths. That horse is pretty strong. Wow. You're not going to believe this, but we win. How did we take a dub from that one? Mathematics, obviously. Alright. Tier 2 animals are now out on the field. Let's go ahead and get our ant upgraded to summon a tier 3. Hurt, give the friend behind +1 attack and +2 HP. Hey, that's great. In that case, let's... Is it +2 HP? Can I be honest with you? I think I'd rather it be the ant. The ant? So we do this to buff the ant, and the ant will buff the fish. And then we can work on upgrading our pig, freeze the meat on the bone, and roll. If we put an elephant and have it hurt the camel will just be buffing the fish while the elephant is doing its thing. Huge brain strategies. It just requires a little bit more setup. We're going back in. Bear carrots versus shy housewives. That swan in the back is definitely going to meet a bit of trouble. Our camel's going to put in enough work, I'll say. Enough work to go ahead and get the buffs that we need. Yeah. Yeah. It's another win thanks to the bee. I'm telling you, a bee in the back of the pack is almost guaranteed to get some serious wins going. So we're left with an option here. I think the best course of action is to sell the pig and the otter. We're going to purchase the elephant. It's going to go in the front. Everyone's going to move up. I don't like the peacock. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a great addition to the team if your team is built around it. But I think what we're trying to do right now is buff the camel, or not buff the camel, but hurt the camel with the elephant, so the camel will buff the ant, because our ant is the strongest hitter on the team right now. If we get a different animal that just hits a little bit harder, also maybe garlic armor, also meat on the bone first, I would like you to be able to take out at least an animal. There's another ant on the field, though I would like to have something in our slot. But I don't want the camel to buff the spider. So we're going to do it like this. I think we're going to freeze the ant. And we're going to cupcake our ant. Just to give it the extra buff. Freeze the apple. Don't freeze the apple. Let's go. Our bear carrots versus the running hikers. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If the spider summons a sheep, yeah, that's going to suck. But it is what it is, you know? Hey, it sucks. We're still going to get the 2-2. It's going to buff the ant. It's going to buff the ant. Gonna buff the ant. Gonna buff the ant. It's just that good. Tier 3 animals have been unlocked. We love it. Okay. Let's work on getting the tier 3 ant, since we're going for that. Hurt, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. I don't know if it's better than the spider, because at least the spider will summon a random tier 3 in its place, and that tier 3 could be pretty game-changing. I do think we give the spider some meat on the bone, so it can at least try to get some serious hits going. A salad bowl looks nice, but I'd rather roll to see a those are 2 dodos. End turn, give the friend ahead +1 attack and +1 HP. It's interesting, though I don't think it's good for stacking. And we're still pretty early on to warrant, like, stacking. But I don't know who we would stack here. There's no animal that we have that naturally stacks. We could freeze the giraffe for now. The dodos are great. Give attack to the friend ahead. We would just need him to have a lot more attack. To be fair though, those are 2 dodos. We'd only be 1 short of a leveled up dodo, which is a very strong addition to a team. We haven't been seeing many fishies, and I think we can afford to try to start stacking the ant as much as possible. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to sell the fish.
Giraffe.
We're going to buy the giraffe. Freeze both of the dodos and roll. Not what we wanted, but that's okay. Yeah, I think we have an idea going here. So the giraffe is going to start stacking the ant. I know of all animals to stack, why the ant? My goodness. Ow. I mean, hey, yeah, that camel's going to get him knocked right out of here. I wish it would stop summoning a ram, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, it's just because we didn't have that honey. We sold our honey. Alright. A whale is interesting, though not what we want. No reason for the pig. Reason for the cupcake? I don't like the way the spider has been treating us. I'm going to be honest with you. So let's sell the spider, and let's get a dodo in here. At the start of battle, give attack to the friend ahead. Here's what we're going to do. Ready? Yeah, now we're thinking. So the dodo is going to give the ant its attack stat. The giraffe is going to be stacking the dodos. So the dodo is going to be gaining more and more attack, which is going to be given to the ants. Then the elephant's going to hurt the camel, and the camel is going to give the ant more strength. And if the ant is the parish, it's going to give its best buff it can possibly give to either the dodo or giraffe to hopefully secure a win or a draw. We have 5 gold remaining. Let's try and get one more dodo. Hey, I mean, a second giraffe is also kind of important. Ah! Let's freeze them both. Actually, what do you think an upgraded elephant does? Do you think it'll do 1 damage to both of the friends behind it? I'm not sure. Freezing 2 drafts might not be the play. Let's only freeze 1, because we only need 1 to get the next level up. And then let's not worry about the draft. Let's freeze the salad bowl. And we're going to continue. We're going to start stacking that dodo to give the ant more power. Our bear carrots versus the unwashed fusspots. What? Buffs the ant, hurts the camel. We're going to trade with the flamingo to start. Buffs the ant. Sucks that he has melon armor, so there was just nothing we could have done there. It's rough. They had a good team. We put all our cards into the ant. And the animal that the ant happened to go up against was something that had melon armor. So let's upgrade our giraffe. Each shop food, give +2. Give 2 random friends +1 attack and +1 HP. It's pretty good. We can work on upgrading the camel. Canned food is just a permanent buff. And roll. Freeze the camel, so we get a level 2 camel. Give 2 friends ahead +1 attack and +1 HP. Hey, that's great. Freeze the pear. Unfreeze the salad. And let's go. We're in the rough part now. Once we've hit 4 wins, we kind of got to get a really good team settled in, because they're starting to get a really powerful one going. Rest in peace the draft, but you did what you needed to do. Gonna trade with the elephant, buff the ant. Hey, our camel's actually going to buff the ant 1 more time. And then our ant is not going to put in as much work as I would have liked it to. Especially because that turtle is going to give the kangaroo melon armor, so nothing's going to happen to it anyway. Oh, it's rough. It's rough out here. Speaking of a kangaroo, upgrade the camel. Knockout, deal 4 damage to the first enemy. I like the camel strategy we have going here, especially now that we're getting a much bigger buff. We need our camel to just survive more. I don't know if our elephant is doing us any justice in this moment. Let's sell the elephant. I think we got to branch out a little bit here. And I think we do it with the rhino. I think we pair the rhino, freeze the canned food and roll. We don't have a level 3 friend, though that would be nice. Knockout. Hey, that's actually pretty good stacking. You're not that much weaker in comparison. Let's see how the Rhino does this combat, and if it doesn't go well, we'll sell the Rhino in replace of the Hippo to get some stacking going. I know it's pretty late to do stacking, but I think we can make some very powerful stuff happen here. We're also still looking for a stronger Dodo. Wow. That hurts. Our Rhino didn't get to do diddly squat, neither did none of our team got to do anything. They got an early Bison, they just started stacking from the start, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. We're running it back. Hope for some better luck. I don't like this start. Pig, duck, Honey the pig, roll. I still don't like any of it. Let's go. We are the dry hands. We hate those. We hate having dry hands, but you know, that's what we got. That's what we were dealt. A dry hand. We're gonna trade, it's gonna buff. And then there's just nothing we can do. Even if we did purchase the horse, it wouldn't have been strong enough to handle the rest of what we had. We were just dealt a really bad hand off the start. I think we purchased everything in our lineup. Yeah, we purchased everything in the lineup. We're gonna put the pig in the back, ant, cricket, roll. Don't like anything here. We're just gonna keep going. Perhaps my judgment is a little cloudy at the moment. Maybe we're not thinking with all of the absolute brain power we could be thinking with right now. Summons a bee to get some chip damage hit on the fish, which is going to result in a trade from this cricket. The ant is going to do enough damage to the duck, which is going to buff the pig just enough to get a draw. We take those. Tier 2 animals unlocked. Scream. Peacock. Don't know if Peacock is the right play. I don't like any of the lineup here, though. Apple the pig for now. Roll. I do like an early spider. Combine the pigs. Put a spider in second. Sell the duck. Gain a buff. Put the dog in. Let me swap positions of the cricket and spider. Roll. I like it. So the dog is going to start stacking its either attack or HP upon a summon, which the spider will be doing. Now, if the spider summons a sheep, that's perfectly ideal. Let me freeze some meat on the bone for later. But since we have a dog, the idea is to try and cycle out as many animals as we can to stack it. Those are two very powerful swans. Summons a cricket to put some chip damage into the swan. Our pig is going to do a bit of chip damage and summon a bee. Our spider is going to finish off the swan, summon an ally. It's going to be a kangaroo of all things. Chip damage, ant hits, gives a buff, and it's gonna be enough for a win. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. A dodo is great, but there's nothing on the field to give the dodo some stacking to gain some serious power. Let's work on upgrading the spider. And the cricket? Nah, not the cricket. Let's give some meat on the bone to the ant. It's loading. There we go. Roll. I don't like our options. Let's freeze the cupcake and roll again. Still... It's not that I'm not a fan of the horse. The horse could work for us here, only if we sold the pig to get a horse on the field to buff the summoned animals, which would also be buffing our dog. Freeze the horse and roll. 2 hedgehogs is not what we want. Also not a peacock. Hey, I'm okay with this. We just cycled through a few of them, hoping to get something kind of crazy out there, but we didn't. It's okay. Our dry hands versus the skulking puppies. Those are 3 mosquitoes that are... Yeah. Hey, I mean, a buff to the pig is okay. Summons a cricket, buffs the dog. A pig is gonna put in work, though. Summons a bee, buffs the dog, gets a trade. Summons a badger. Don't know what the badger does. Doesn't matter. It's another victory. Tier 3 animals are here. Sell the pig. Buy the horse. Buffs the dog. Its friend summoned? I don't want to sell the cricket to buy a cricket just to buff the dog. I feel like it's a waste of gold. I'd rather roll to find something stronger. That's a level 2 spider. Hey, a deer might be exactly what we need. Summons a 5/5 bus with splash attack. That's actually exactly what we need. That's a good replacement for that cricket. Freeze the snail in case we lose. Who would we sell if we lost, though? Probably the horse, depending on how this run goes. Let's roll. Freeze the dog. Can I be honest with you? Freeze the whale as well. And the garlic armor. Unfreeze the cupcake. So, here's the idea. We can work on upgrading the dog. Sell the ant. And put the whale behind the deer. It's going to summon a lot of things for the horse to buff and for the dog to buff. Unfreeze the snail. Roll again. Hey. That's perfect. We only have 1 gold left. We may as well roll it. That's exactly what we wanted. We're freezing our whole shop. But that is this is the dream shop right here. We're going to get some really good progress out of what's coming next here. Leaking fuss pots. That hurts. Summons. Buffs. Buffs. Bonk. Buffs. Bonk. Summons. It's a kangaroo. Buff. Buff. Chip damage. Really. Trade. Buff. Smack. 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 Perfect. It's another smiley. Okay. Really good stuff coming in here. Sell the ant. Purchase the whale behind the deer. Buffs. Should have upgraded the horse first, I suppose. Upgrade the horse. Hippo's nice, but not for the summon. The summon build we got going here. Roll the hippo. We're looking for 1 more dog. Didn't quite get it. Okay. Huge brain strategies. We're really in them right now. Our dry hands versus the flexible minerals. We've got the same idea here. We're both gonna eat the deer. Summon the bus. We're buffing the bus, but our dog is also being buffed from it. Splash damage comes in, we get the trade, summons the deers back, we buff the deer, but our dog gets buffed as well. Trades, summons a bus, bus gets buffed. This is like a mirror image right now. Summons a draft, draft gets buffed, buffs the dog. Trade, summons a cricket, that cricket gets buffed, but our dog is just too powerful. I can't wait to title this video, I'm looking in a mirror. Tier 4 animals. A penguin. End turn, give other level 2 friends, level 2 and 3 friends, +1 attack and +1 HP. On end turn, it stacks, but it's only for level 2 and 3 allies. Upgrade the dog. Let's give the dog garlic armor. Freeze the penguin, roll. Start of battle, deal 5 damage. Not worth it. But let me upgrade freeze the whale. Garlic armor. The spider. And let's go. We're back up to 4 wins. We're hoping for a... We're... Not a miracle. We don't need miracles. We got this. We're gonna swallow the deer, summons a bus. Dog gets buffed. Bus gets buffed. Splash damage comes in, summons their bus and a turtle. That dog gets buffed. But it's okay, it doesn't matter. We just go nuts. Deer summons, buffs the deer, which will be enough to take out the sheep, which summons 2 rams, but it summons a bus for us. Buffs the dog. Boom! It's gone. Bada boom! Buffs that dog. Our spider's gonna come in for a lot of work here, though. Yeah, it's pretty good. Hey, that's a 5th smiley. We've made it past the threshold of, wow, this feels impossible. We're actually in here. We're doing a summon build. Doesn't make sense to do these. Let's work on upgrading the whale. May I buff the dog a little bit and roll? Friend ahead attacks gain +2 attack and +2 HP. I don't think there's a spot on the team for them. Let's roll again. I think we're just going to freeze. Yeah, freeze both of them. We're rolling for another dog. Friend ahead faints, gain melon armor and +2 attack. It'd be nice if we sold the spider for that, but it's not what we're after. Can I be honest with you? I don't think the penguin's worth it. Let's roll again. Hey, that's going to be a level 2 whale. Alright. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I like the strategy we have. Really good summon build. Really helps the dog out a bit. That's a really strong turtle, though. Swallow, buff, buff, buff. Bonk, bonk. Pops out the deer, buffs the dog, buffs the deer, bonk. Summons the bus, buffs the bus. Bonk. Gives melon armor to the dodo, bonk, bonk. Summons a rabbit. Don't remember what the rabbit does. It's not... Doesn't matter. Not important. It's not enough. We made a good statement, but it wasn't enough to get a win. Tier 5 animals are on the field, and we've got an extra spot for animals to show. Upgrade the whale, we got a mammoth. Faint, give all friends +2 attack and +2 HP. Pardon me. My allergies have kicked in. None of you needed to hear that. We're still looking for the dog. Does it exist? I'm not so sure. We can work on a level 3 whale. I don't like it. I like it. Not now, though. Not a fan. However, we're kind of running low on options pretty quickly here. And we gotta start buffing ourselves pretty quickly. We've got 2 HP remaining, and we're still in it for the long haul. These teams are starting to get wicked strong. Swallow the deer, summon a bus. Buff the dog, buff the bus. Summon a deer as a 2/2. Buff the deer. Unfortunate. Summons a bus. Bus gets the buff. That's a strong bus. Summons a chick. Bus is gonna knock it out. Summons a giraffe, of all things. Our dog is gonna put in enough work to seal the deal, though. Our dog having that much HP is kind of great. Hey, that's 6 wins. Still nothing here that we want. But that is a level 2 deer. Roll. Still looking for that dog. Not seeing it anywhere. Let's hear me out. We're going to make our deer do more damage. That chocolate was exactly what we needed. Our dry hands versus the backward shovels. That pig naturally has melon armor. Wow, that dodo. Summons a bus. I forgot the whale strat. Summons the deer, buffs the deer, puts in some chip damage, summons the bus, buffs the dog, buffs the bus. That pig is just so strong. Where are our sheep? I feel like the entire time we've been doing this, we haven't seen a single sheep been summoned by that spider. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of tired of it. I have not seen a single sheep be summoned from that spider in so long. We've also seen so many dodos that I kind of just... It leaves a sick feeling in my stomach to know what could have been. Roll. God, we are really just looking for one dog here. One dog. End turn, give rightmost friend +2 attack and +2 HP. It'd be nice to scale the dog, yes. I like the attack buff that the horse gives to our new allies that are summoned. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm tired of the spider. The spider hasn't been giving us what we want, so there's what we want. Roll. Still no dog. Roll. Still no dog. Pizza, though? Pizza. I would have preferred it to hit anything but the deer. Let me give splash damage to the whale on our next turn. If we survive. We're hopeful. But this one is going to be a little rough. Our Dry Hands versus the Nefarious Herbs. Yeah, that Camel's really strong. This is just a powerful team. I don't think this is the one. Call me a doubter, but I don't think this is it. It's rough. I mean, 6 wins is still pretty good. It could have been better. We'll take that. We tried a summon build, and honestly, I think we just got absolutely shafted by a little bit of poor luck looking for one dog. But hey, thanks for stopping by and checking this one out. Be sure to check out the others. Leave a like if you did like it. Helps out a lot. And I hope you have a good one.